Hey guys, I'm Grant from the Strength Co, and today I want to address something that there seems to be a lot of confusion about on the internet. Weightlifting belts. Are they a good thing or are they cheating? But before we get into that, let's talk about some other things that people are talking about. For instance, Michael Fatica from the channel Back in Shape Programming says this is why belts will hurt you and claims that they will herniate your disc. Let's take a look at what he says.
What are the benefits of weightlifting belts? There's two. Number one, if you're an elite level powerlifter, it might help you get those extra weights to win that medal. The second benefit is a really good way to get a herniated disc faster, especially in the bottom joint in your lower back.
Okay, so let's talk through this a little bit. The first thing he says is that if you're an elite level powerlifter, it will help you get a few extra pounds to win that medal. This doesn't make any sense to me. He's claiming right off the bat that a belt would assist an elite level powerlifter to do better and lift more weights. If a belt would help the elite level powerlifter, why wouldn't it help you or me or my mom? That doesn't make sense. The second part he goes into is that it'll herniate your disc. And then he actually pulls out a skeleton and talks about where the belt sits on your midsection. Let's take a look.
The weightlifting belt, the theory behind it fundamentally is it provides a substantial amount of compression, which means that the lumbar spine is held nice and stable, which is great for these joints. But what you'll notice is it misses the lumbosacral junction, because the lumbosacral junction is below the iliac crest. So you support these ones here really, really nicely so they don't move. And if you understand the structure of your spine, all of these joints are supposed to move in uniform so that no one gets stressed or strained more than the
Okay, I gotta stop him right there. So he pulls out a skeleton, he shows you where the pelvis and the hip is, and then he talks about the vertebrae of the back and where the belt supports and provides compression. So before we get into that, we have to talk about what is the function of the belt. And the function of the belt is to increase stability in the lumbar spine. And how do we increase stability in the lumbar spine? By engaging our core or our abs. So when I put a belt on, what I'm doing is putting a belt on my abdomen and low back so that I can increase abdominal pressure. I'm giving my abs something to apply force against, which therefore stabilizes the low back. Now, just because I put the belt on does not mean the muscles of my abs go to sleep or that I cannot hold my lumbar in extension and keep my hips from moving around like he's talking about. The belt's not gonna say, hey, all this stuff's working and now everything else is gonna move freely. No, it's actually going to assist me to use more of myself and thus hold my lumbar in extension longer. So, not a quick way to herniate your disc. The belt is actually good for you. Okay, so now let's discuss the second half of this. Is the belt cheating? I just got a great question on this from one of our lifters that recently attended our camp down in Greenville, South Carolina. He says, I'm not opposed to belt training. I understand why people train consistently with belts and how belts can drive strength gains faster than the beltless lifter. I don't think that's debatable and have read articles, listened to podcasts, or watched videos laying out that sound argument. Given the premise that the use of equipment can allow for a greater increase in strength, couldn't the addition of more equipment be justified in training? Then he asked about a bench shirt, a squat shirt, and he wants to know, where do you draw the line? That's a great question, and it'll also answer our question of, is the belt cheating? The short answer is no, it's not. And why? Well, because of the things we've already discussed. When I'm using the belt, it's allowing me to use more of me. It's not doing something for me. First of all, cheating is when you do something and get caught, but that's neither here nor there. We're looking for things that allow us to use more of us so that we can lift more weights and thus get stronger. He asked about a bench shirt. Well, a bench shirt, what is that? Takes 4 guys and a whole bunch of Vaseline to strap this shirt onto someone so when they lay down, there's a whole bunch of tightness in that shirt, and as he goes down, he gets an elastic response out of the bottom, assisting him in the movement, or like a slingshot that a lot of people are familiar with. So if you're the general strength trainee, where do you draw the line? Well, the first thing I would say, and if you walked into my gym, is first I want to teach you how to squat and how to use your own body. I'm not going to put a belt on you day one, most likely, unless maybe you're someone with a bunch of previous back pain or something and it might just give you some mental security. No, I'm going to teach you how to do the movement so that when I put the belt on you, you can now use more of yourself. You're not cheating, you're simply recruiting more muscle mass. And where do you draw the line? Well, I would draw the line at the place that the movement is assisting me. If you're a guy that competes in powerlifting in an equipped league, federation, go for it. But my mom, me, you probably, we don't need that. So remember, the belt's not gonna herniate your disc. It's gonna allow you to use more of you, and it's gonna allow you to get stronger, faster. Hope this helps. See you next time.